So today we're going to be just doing a short unit for the next 4 days until Thanksgiving break over chapter 2 stuff. So you won't be tested over any of this, but this will just be really good to know for our next unit when we get into proofs. So for this first video, we're just going to go over some vocabulary. So we're going to be talking about conditional statements today. So first, a conditional statement, that is a logical statement that has two parts. First, a hypothesis, which we always label as P, and conclusion, which is labeled as Q. So if I'm doing this in words, this would be if P, then Q. That is a conditional statement that's in this format. So like for instance, I can say if I am in Kansas City, or no, that won't work. If I am in San Jose, then I am in California. So that'd be a conditional statement. And in symbols, we would write this as a P, and then an arrow, and then a Q. And we'd read that as P implies Q. For the next term, negation, that is the opposite of the original statement. So in words, we would say not P. And the symbol for that is this tilde P. So for instance, if my hypothesis P was I have a dog, the negation of that would be I do not have a dog. Now the converse, inverse, and contrapositive we're all going to get from this conditional statement. So the converse, to get that, we exchange the hypothesis and conclusion of the conditional statement. So we basically switch the P and Q. So it'd be if Q, then P. For the inverse, we negate the hypothesis and conclusion of the conditional statement. So we're going to negate both the P and the Q. So now instead of if P, then Q, we'd say if not P, then not Q. And that in symbols would look like this. And now for the contrapositive, we're basically going to switch around our converse. So what we'll do is negate and exchange the hypothesis and conclusion of the conditional statement. So that will look like if not Q, then not P. And so these actually have some equivalent statements here. And so the ones that will always be equivalent are that the conditional statement and contrapositive. And then the inverse and converse will always be equivalent as well. So what I mean by equivalent is that if the conditional statement is true, then the contrapositive is true. If the conditional statement is false, then automatically the contrapositive will be false. And same with the inverse and converse. So either both true or both false. Okay, that's it for this video. You can go ahead and move on to the next one.